Hello guys, welcome back to the quantity surveying workshop and to another video. In today's video we are going to be treating how to build up rates for foundation trench excavation. So in this second example now, we are going to be seeing how to build up the rates for excavation when it is in more than one stage. So now you can see in the bill of quantity extra, they say excavate trenches to receive foundations commencing at what street level, exceeding what 2 meters but not exceeding what 4 meters deep. So now the first thing you want to ask yourself is, what is actually the depth that has been stated in the drawing? So now you can see I've written down using an example. So what I just did was that I used the the center line, the gate that we've already calculated in our previous video, which is 99.5. So I just assumed a depth of what 3 meters, and then the width of the what foundation is 0.67 So now, like I said before, the first thing you're going to now be asking yourself is to know what is the what labor constant for this particular operation, and to know what type of soil you are what excavating. So now we'll go to our table. So we assume that the type of soil we're excavating is a quartz soil or what sand, and they say that the labor constant is what 2.5 hours per meter cube. So what we can now do is this. We can now see first excavate trench stage 1. So stage 1 meaning that we are going to be excavating 2 meters what first, and our depth is what 3 meters. So after you excavate the 2 meters now in stage 1, so in stage 2, how many meters are you going to be excavating? 1 meter. So that's how you are going to be doing it. So they say that to excavate trench in stage 1, that is not exceeding 2 meters deep, as stated in our labor constant table. They said it is what 2.5 hours. So that's 2.5 hours. So now we will now say through second stage. So now we now need to derive how many hours it will take now to excavate what the second stage. So what you can now do is this: if 2 meters deep, you can now say if 2 meters deep will take 2.5 hours, then how many meters after you dig the first 2 meters is left? Since our depth is 3 meters, it means that the second stage we're going to be digging just 1 meter. So 1 meters will now be equals to what? X. So you now cross multiply and do the what calculation. So it means that through one stage, so it means that through the second stage, the time to dig that remaining 1 meter will be what? 1.25 hours, which is what 1/4. I hope you get the logic. So we're not going to be adding these two together. So now when we add these two together, what are we going to be having? 3 plus 1 here, 3 plus what? 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. 3.75. So before we move further, let's first determine what is the total volume of this particular parameter. So we know that our center line is 99.5, the depth we have to dig is 3 meters, and the width is 0.675. So let's multiply all this together to get our what volume. So 99.5 times 3 times 0.675 is equal to what? 201.49. So we will now say consider volume as what 201.49 meter cube. So it means that this is the total volume that we're going to be excavating. So since we know that this is the total volume we're going to be excavating, we can now say what will now be the total time it will take to excavate 201.49 meter cube. So we can now do this multiplied by this. So we'll now say 3 time to excavate 201.49 meter cube will now be equals to 3.75 hours multiplied by the total volume, and that will be equals to 755.59 hours. So since we've gotten the time it will take to excavate 201.49 meter cube, we will now start attaching cost to it. So we'll now say if cost per hour is what do we calculate as our cost per hour? As our labor cost 219.94 per hour. You can now see cost for 755.59 hours. So that's 219.94 times 755.59. So when you do the maths, it should give me 166,184.46. So I'm now going to be adding 25% profit and overhead. So 25% profit and overhead on this price will now be equal to 41,546.12. So you add everything together. So when you add everything together, you're going to be having 207,730 naira point 58. So this is your cost for excavating 201.49 meter cube. So your cost for 201.49 meter cube will not be equal to this. I hope you get the logic. But we are building up our rate per the standard unit of the measurement of this operation, and the measurement the unit for excavating trench is in meter cube. So we have to now break this price down to per meter cube. So now how can we now do that? We will now say if the cost for 201.49 meter cube is equal to this. So we'll now say if cost for 201.94 meter cube is equal to 207,730 9.48. We can now see 5 cost per meter cube will now be equal to this divided by the total volume, 207,730 naira 0.58 divided by 201.94, and that will be equals to what? So our cost per meter cube will now be equals to what? 1028.67 naira. So this is the cost for excavating 1 meter cube when it is in stages. So after building up these rates, this is now what you are going to be taking to your bill of quantity to multiply it by your quantity. So this is the cost per meter cube. So you now multiply it by the total quantity that you have to get your amount. So this is the second example that we've just done concerning the excavation. So we've come to the end of today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and you derived adequate knowledge from it. Please, if you did, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel because it helps the channel grow. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video.